Welcome back. Vidhu Ishiqa has been crowned Mrs. Earth International 2025, proudly representing South Africa. The 18th edition of the Earth Pageants International was held in Orlando, Florida, celebrating women who champion empowerment, environment awareness, and sustainability. Now, she's the founder of Glam Guava, a sustainable fashion brand, and Tishaq, a creative production house. Ishiqa seamlessly balances her role as a mother, entrepreneur, and public figure, using every platform to uplift, inspire, and lead with purpose. She joins me now live in studio. Vidhu, firstly, congratulations and thank you for coming into studio, but more importantly, for flying the South African flag high.
Thank you so much. Yes, it was a pleasure, and I was very proud there, yes.
Take us back to that moment on the 18th of July when you were crowned. What did that feel like?
I mean, it was a wonderful moment, honestly, but it was definitely a dream come true for me. 2 weeks have passed, but it still feels surreal. And the moment I was getting crowned, I think I was representing all the women who thought their time was over, because it was my stint as a Mrs. And I'm a girl who truly believes in second chances, and I believe that that's what took me there, and that's what got me this crown.
And something that's also important to you is about representation. What does that mean, this purposeful representation, having you representing South Africa as an Indian woman as well?
So you see, women all across the globe, whether South African or Indian, have lived a life similar to each other. They have devoted their life to families and kids. And their dream sometimes takes, the back seat. So for me, representing South Africa, being an Indian woman, it really felt like I was representing the women of the nation.
All right, I think you're mentioning something so important now as well, when you're also talking about just the commonality of women across the globe as well, but also when I look at all the roles that you play too, as a mother, as a public figure, as an entrepreneur, balancing so much, which is also quite, the plight of many women across the globe. But, Mrs. Earth International also is a pageant with a purpose and all about sustainability. And that's something that is also quite at your core as well. Tell me a little bit about your product, your fashion-forward brand called Glam Guava.
Thanks, yes. So the brand Glam Guava, right, it represents sustainability in it. We're trying to create a platform for fashion, but the fashion which is future-friendly. So as women, you know how we like to dress up. It's something we cannot get rid of. But then the amount of fashion waste that is getting produced, I can give you a figure. It's 85 million tons of global fashion waste that gets produced in an year and then gets onto the landfills and gets deposited there. And only 1% is recycled. So I wanted to really bring on to something where we as women also do not have to give up on our desires of, getting beautiful and wearing new dresses every day. But in the same time, we do not want to hike up the production as well. So my platform actually works where each woman is able to rotate her wardrobe with her social circle or any circle that she likes. So for example, you can register yourself on that platform and then your wardrobe gets there. And if I want, I can trade with you, rent with you, or buy with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fashion that cares, as you call it.
Exactly.
I love that. But something else that I want us to talk about, mental health and mental health awareness is something that has come to the fore in recent years, more so. But this is also one of your passions as well to bring to the fore in terms of environmental awareness, mental health awareness, good mental health awareness, and of course, conscious living. Take me through these themes that you are going to be focusing on during your reign as well.
So mental health, we as women, we have always put ourselves on the back seat. And my life as with this crown might look perfect to you, but it has not been perfect. I come from a very humble background, middle-class family in India, a very remote location. And life has not always been like this. It was not fashions and rampways and closets for me. It was reuse, rebuild, repair. That's how life has been. And to deal with all of that, you look at the world and you say, you know what, everybody's living a very beautiful life, but what about me? So there are a lot of comparisons that you do because that's how social media is. And then you tend to succumb. But I think mental health for me is just to accept yourself, get true to yourself, and then connect with nature, and then understand that life is not about competing with anybody else but you. It's only you, and you need to be better than who you were yesterday. So that's what I believe, and that's what I'm trying to preach to everybody, because I think everybody is trying to fit into that rat race and trying to be somebody who they are not. Just try to be a winner of the race where the race doesn't actually matter.
I love what you just said there about, learning to reuse, rebuild and repair, because as you're saying, looking at you all dolled up with that beautiful crown on you, it does look like, you just have it all together. But, just to remind us that life is about ebbs and flows as well, even for a beautiful pageant queen.
It definitely is, yes. Life is never linear. It will take you to the ups and it will take you to the downs. So when you're up, just, enjoy it. But when it comes down, you have to understand that you value yourself even when life is not the best for you. So you might cry on a pillow. You might think that it's a bad phase, and that bad phase is supposed to pass. But you need to connect to yourself to let that bad phase pass. You just cannot keep comparing yourself with the others and what life is giving to somebody else at some other timeline, because your timeline is different. And your achievements are also different. So the only comparison you should do for yourself is yourself. Like what were you yesterday and what are you today? That's it.
I think many of our viewers can understand why you won. What's your plan for the rest of your reign?
The plan for the rest of the year is obviously to work on Glam Guava, because I take that fashion has to be taken seriously now. We are contributing to a lot of fashion waste, and the kind of social media engagement that's happening with all the users, especially women. We are all into the mindsets of buying a lot of clothes but not using it, and then maybe just disposing it after once or twice wear. So the rest of the year is definitely going to look like when I'm working on Glam Guava, and then it's also going to look like when I'm engaging with like-minded, empowered women to come together and say, let's build something for the country. Let's try something. Let's try doing something for the nation as well, for the women who are not feeling empowered at the moment. Because if we are lifted, we need to hold hands, and we need to give our hands to the ones who do not feel lifted at the moment. So that's what I'm looking at.
Geez, big plans and really bold plans indeed. Taking us back to the competition as well, to the pageant, how stiff was that competition?
The competition, it was, the pageants usually are very, it's cutthroat, as they say. But luckily, I had a lot of girls who were really, really good. I did not end up with the mean girls. That was a good thing. But what I see with the Mrs. pageant is that, the women that come there, they've seen life in and out, So they are not that competitive in terms of giving a cutthroat competition or trying to be very mean with each other, because they are the mature lot that gets there. And that was very wonderful to see. It was really good to know people from different countries and continents, and then to see that how empowered women, how the empowered lot from across the world looks like. So it was really wonderful. I had a very good experience there.
And how was your South African heritage as well received? I know that, we're loved for our music and our history as well. How were you received as a South African?
No, I was very well received. I was very, very well received. I think I was one of the favorites over there, chit-chatting to everybody and making friends with everybody. So it was very well received. They understand South African people are the vibe of the room, and that's how I was taken in, and that's how I was perceived, and that's how I was accepted.
I couldn't agree with you more, Vidhu. The vibe of the room, indeed. Well, once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You look absolutely beautiful, and I look forward to you championing for these causes that you believe in and stand for.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Masa.
That, of course, was our Mrs. Earth International 2025, Vidhu Ishiqa.